Hello, Michael. I'm Tess from The Upcoming. Lovely to speak to you. Firstly, can you tell us a bit just what drew you to the film? Was it the character that you played, Tom, or more so the story that the film tells?
I think it was the story first, and then the character of Tom. He was somebody that I really looked up to and thought, this is a kind of man that doesn't really exist today. It's from a bygone age, I felt that he was from, and he's got this stoicism. He doesn't speak much. But he's got a great dignity to him and a loyalty. But the story was the first thing that really affected me, and I just thought I want to be a part of this story. In general, I want to be part of good stories, and I felt like this was a real human one.
You've said before that Tom's like someone from a bygone era and that you'd aspire to be like him. Is that to say that, men aren't what they once were?
I don't know about that. I think, we're ever evolving with the life we live in. Look, I think all of us are pretty spoiled in this sort of day and age, man, or women. I think, the way that what it was like post-World War I, there was hardship and there was perhaps more value to certain things because certain things were harder to come by and survive. So, I think just in general for all of us it's just a different world. I just felt, that they were two human beings, that they're ordinary people and living through extraordinary circumstances. Already coming off the back of the First World War, Isabel has lost her brothers to the war, and Tom has lost a lot of brothers in arms, and so they start to try and build a life together, and life throws certain surprises our way. And it's how, what decisions we make and how we navigate those obstacles and the consequences that occur from that. So for me, it was a very human story. It was a very real story. I felt that the fact that there's no, obvious villain or good guy or girl, I like that. It just seemed like real people. I don't know if I tapped into earlier, but it was definitely something I was aware of. I knew that when Tom arrives in Portages off the train, that he's carrying a history with them. He's carrying the history of, the Somme or France or the trench warfare. He's carrying with him this sense of survivor's guilt, and so that's why he seeks isolation, because he doesn't want to harm again. And along the way on the mainland, he meets Isabel. They fall in love, and she joins him in the island as man and wife. They try to start a life there. They suffer 2 miscarriages, and then, as if by a fairy tale, a boat arrives on the island, washed ashore with a baby in it and a dead man. And then it's the decisions they make from there. Well, I think it is the right thing, and I think he always knew it was the right thing. I think, Tom's got a very strong moral compass, and I think, he made the decision for his wife's health. What's not in the movie but what we shot is that she tries to commit suicide, and he saves her at the last minute. It's in the book as well. And so him being in a lighthouse separated from her on this one island where there's nobody else there, there's a fear that she'll do harm to herself. So he makes the decision going against his better judgment and his self, and that's why he can't live with it.
Thank you.